welcome back to RunThrough TV. It's Ben Shepherd here. Now, I'm sure you, like pretty much everyone else, uses Strava to track their runs, but have you heard of Strava Art?
My name's Andy Gindy, and I'm based in Houston, Texas at the moment. I am the owner of the Strava Art account with a fellow founder of the account as well. His name's Harry Collins.
Honestly, if you haven't checked out the account at Strava Art, you should definitely do that. It's a fantastic account. Let's hear a bit about the backstory though.
The backstory behind setting up the account was me and a work colleague at the time who later became a good friend. We decided that we wanted to draw patterns with GPS, in and around London. And he was the first one to go out there and draw something perhaps potentially quite rude. So if you scroll right down to the bottom of the account, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And thereon, we decided I did the next one and, drew a space shuttle across London on my bike. And, that's how it kind of started. And it was, more of like a fitness thing and accountability thing to hold each other to as well. If you can draw cool patterns and you want to do a long ride or a long run, then it's a pretty cool thing to be able to do on Strava. So we plotted those two on the GPS on Google Maps, and kind of away we went, and that was the start of it.
Okay, it's time to be honest. It's a safe space. How many of us have also tried to draw questionable Strava art? I'll start. Yeah, definitely. 100% I have. Just here to be honest. Okay, so we've heard about how the account started, so let's hear now from Andy some of the best that they've received in to the account.
In terms of the best ones or the funniest ones or whatever category you want to kind of throw them into, I think the ones that I enjoy the most are the ones that are sometimes very current to what's going on. So some of the ones are like natural disasters. So someone will draw something in, hope, or, holding a candle to a natural disaster or something like that. And that's pretty cool, I think, with the exercise community kind of just showing their bit, or even just like turn of the year 2022, someone drew 2022 Happy New Year in there. That's pretty cool. Squid Game has also been massive recently. Someone drew that. COVID hit, someone drew a syringe to help people get vaccinated. We've had other ones around when the Formula One championship was heating up. Someone drew an F1 car. I think that one came in all the way from Barcelona. There's a chap in Barcelona who's very active, and he's pretty impressive with his drawings. So kudos to him for continually doing them and sending them in to us to kind of post. Then some of the most interesting ones we've had a guy who does inline skating. So he's not running, he's not cycling, but he's doing it on rollerblades, and that's pretty cool too as well. So the variety is huge and massive, and the number of people globally that send different things in is pretty astonishing as well.
You heard Barcelona be mentioned there, and just like running and cycling and sports that you can track on Strava, Strava Art has now really become a worldwide thing.
It started out as very like European centric, but then you look at like Eastern Europe, like I think there's some from Russia as well. There's a few in the US, obviously, with very straight blocks and roads here. You can really get creative with drawing some good stuff. But then you look to places like Rotterdam or Amsterdam, where we have some entries in, like those have got some small intricacies to their roads and systems that if people really want to plan something out pretty cool, then they can crack on and do something pretty good.
Now you've seen a load, you're probably a bit interested in Strava Art now. You've probably followed the Strava Art Instagram account. How do you get yours featured? Have a listen.
So there's an email address in the bio of the Instagram account. So they either need to send in their screenshot or whatever it is from Strava. You can do it via email, which in today's world is becoming even a bit of snail mail, isn't it? I think DMs is the way to go. So actually sending in the picture via the DMs probably the best bet.
Big shout out to Andy for chatting to us here at RunThrough TV. He is over in the States as well, so it was a little bit difficult to make this happen, but we did it. So it's all good. And make sure you do like this video, subscribe to RunThrough TV as well. And we're going to be back in a couple of weeks with another chat to someone amazing here on RunThrough TV.